Star Wars Battlefront 2, the Hunt game mode provides you a lot of fun playing as either regular infantry or unique Hunt factions that are native to the planet the map takes place on. But what faction should you play on Hunt for each map? For example, should you be playing as the Wampas or the Rebels? Well, today guys, let's find out which Hunt faction you should be playing, which ones have the benefits, which ones just suck or not fun to play, and which ones have a more unique style that you don't get anywhere else in the game, because there are that in there. So let's get right into it here, guys. We're going to start it off with Tatooine, and if you want to smoke your enemy, just give them absolutely no chance whatsoever, then your best playstyle would be the Tusken Raiders. The Tusken Raiders are insane if you just want to camp. It's a big thing. Yes, you can go out, play aggro, be in the front lines and that, but if you just want to be a douchebag in camp and with the sniper class, you'll just destroy the Jawas. They'll stand absolutely no chance. But if you want to have some fun, play as the Jawas with a couple of your friends and stick together, because they, as I said before, they are better together. Just be careful not to shock each other with your shock blast. And if you do that, you're going to have a great time. It's a lot more fun than camping and destroying them. And on Endor, it is similar to the Tuskens. If you want to play as the Empire and go for one of the tree houses, the Neolox will literally stand no chance and they'll never even find you. And if they do find you, they'll die. It's as simple as that. You can just pick them off one by one from a distance. They have no range with their weapons pretty much. And it'll be a freaking miracle if they can get to you. And it's similar to the Jawas. If you want to play as the Ewoks and stick together, but I don't really find the Ewoks fun to play. They're just slow, their weapons just suck, and they're just not really fun, let's be quite honest. It's better, like, it's more fun to snipe them and just pick them off, and, you know, if for some reason you hated Ewoks. So on Naboo, it is a no-brainer. If you want to win, then use the CAS. They just destroy the Gungans. Mind you, they do have no weapon. But if you want to experience sheer chaos, then try the Gungans, as only having grenades can be fun and challenging. And I really like how chaotic the center part of the map can get with so many grenades going around you. You can never really predict what is happening. Even as the droids, you can be pretty fun. Not going to lie, I just love the amount of grenades. You'll never see so many grenades before in your life. When you're playing on Geonosis, I prefer to play as the clones, picking off these flying bugs one by one. But that is mostly because of the fact that I hate the Geonosian gun with a passion. It looks and sounds cool, but it is so bad for how cool it is. And it looks insane in the movie, but it's just trash in this game. They have no real advantage, as their wings move so slow, a good sniper can just take them down with ease. So I prefer to play the clones myself. But if you like a challenge, then go with the Geonosians. But if you like picking off guys that are just flying in the air, and guys coming around you, you pretty much one-shot them all the time because they're very weak. You can pick the clones. Honestly, it's kind of fun. It's a good way to practice your sniping skills. When you're playing on Kashyyyk in Star Wars Battlefront 2 Hunt mode, it doesn't matter which faction you pick. Both are pretty well balanced, but we're going to go over the details for both of them and which one you would maybe prefer. And keep in mind, if you're playing as the CIS, the Magna Guard are a bunch of idiots and will use their recon droid because they are Magna Guards and that's the only class you have. So you're probably going to get owned because of that alone. But that being said, the Magna Guard is one of the best classes in the game. If you do decide to use the recon droid, just use the self-destruct. Okay, I'm just going to say that right now. But they also have a grenade launcher, and they have that missile launcher thing. Although the missile launcher thing is not very good at taking out regular infantry, the Wookiees decide to use the turrets up top, and it'd be good for taking that out. What you really want to do is use the poison and use the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher is very powerful up close. Just be careful of the Wookiees because they are pretty strong. They won't always one-hit them. A clear shot should one-hit them. I mean, like with splash damage, won't always one-hit them. But just be careful, like I said before. But if you're playing as the Wookiees, again, they're good and stronger in numbers. Repair the turrets. That's probably their biggest strong suit is the turrets, in my opinion. Plus, the long range they have. The long range the Wookiees have is pretty good. The charge shot at the fully charged bowcaster shot can one-hit most times, especially to the upper head. And even the shorter range shots, the less charged ones, are pretty powerful at shorter range and longer ranges. So again, use the turrets and just be careful. Longer ranges is the big thing because, like I said, those grenade launchers the Magna Guards have are very deadly. You gotta be careful with those. Finally, the best for last. Hoth. You can't go wrong with either faction on Hoth, let's be honest. The Wampas that started off are a blast to use. If you have seen my ranking video, you know that they're the best. And are basically a nerfed Jedi. But playing the defensive as the Rebels is just too much fun to pass on. Although I do not understand why they make it so that you can have to unlock the Wookiee both on Spy, still, it is a blast, literally and figuratively. There's so many ways to go about it. Whether you want to man up in a turret and take them down that way, place mines as the assault class, Or maybe even just snipe or go on the front lines with the infantry or the engineer. Or maybe you just want to support turrets and troopers. Just so many ways to approach this. It's actually such a fun thing to do. And maybe if you're playing with like a whole lobby of people, the Wampas will probably destroy you, but I can't say for certain. But if you are playing offline though, be sure to turn the difficulty up because the Wampas are absolutely brain dead. Most of the time, they'll just stand still in one spot and you just pick them off and they'll just get wrecked and it's not much of a challenge. But on a higher difficulty, you have a great time, you get a lobby together, see how that goes. Either way, defending as the Rebels, in my opinion, is the most fun way to do it. Playing as the Wampas and just dash attacking all of them is the easiest way to do it if you'd want to win. So that's the two different ways to do it. Let me know which one you're going to do.